Okay. Gotta get, oh, see, I gotta change that. Wait, I gotta unplug that headphone cord because that will drive me crazy. That's gonna be better. Look at that. The headphone cord now is not all tangled up. Are you like me? Do you hate that when the cord cables? Oh, hey, hello there. Welcome. It's the James Arnold Taylor podcast. Can you believe it? I'm back. Can you believe it? Hey, I have a lot to talk about. We'll get right to it. But it's because, so I'm sorry, everybody. I took several weeks off, not because I wanted to, but because there was just no time to record episodes. And here I had recorded all these episodes. I was so far ahead, and then I wasn't. That's how it happens. Okay, welcome to the James Arnold Taylor podcast. I am the aforementioned James Arnold Taylor. That's always a funny saying, isn't it? I am the aforementioned James Arnold Taylor. Oh, I sound like Mr. Announcer Guy. Let's bring in Mr. Announcer Guy. Hey, Mr. Announcer Guy!
Yeah, dude.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
You know what I love about you, Mr. Announcer Guy?
What's that, dude?
You're always doing great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So you are an announcer guy.
Yeah, dude.
Or a dude.
Dude.
And I think because you do what you've always wanted to do, that's why you're always doing well and happy, right?
Never thought about it before, but yeah, dude, that makes sense.
Well, very good. Hey, shall we drink some water? It's a good start, right?
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Cue that water thing, Jerry the music guy, yeah?
Okay.
It's time to drink some water.
Ooh, that's good water.
That's good water. Ah, that is good water. I know I said it there, but now I'm saying it here in real time.
That's right. Hey, Mr. Announcer Guy, I have been away for a while at Comic-Cons, doing that crazy Comic-Con thing. And you know what people say? When I've said this before on the show, but people love Mr. Announcer Guy. And when they listen to the podcast and then they walk away from my table, they say, I'm going to go now.
Yeah, dude, that's totally awesome.
Well, yeah, and they could say that. And that's, so if they're fans of Johnny Test, I say what you just said. I say, that's totally awesome. Stay totally awesome. And see, if people that are listening to this show that have actually visited me at the table and have had these experiences, they would go, that's exactly right. That's what happens. They walk up, and do you know what I say, Mr. Announcer Guy, when they walk up to the table?
Yeah, dude.
No, I don't say yeah, dude.
No, dude, I know what you say, but you say it.
Oh, I wanted to hear you say it.
Hello there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and that it's very big. You have the echo and everything. Oh, let me try the echo there. Hello there. Ooh, that's pretty good. So when people walk up to the table, I say hello there, and then they go, he said the thing, and then sometimes they say hello there at the same time, and then I say, Jinx, you owe me a lightsaber, and then everybody laughs and it's fun. Okay.
Yeah, dude, totally.
All right, so let's just go ahead and start the show. I know I haven't talked to Hank or Billy or any of the other characters on the show just yet, but we'll get to that. Go ahead, intro the show, and then let's just get right to it because it's been so long.
Yeah, man, here we go. Cue that music, Jerry the Music Man.
You got it, Mr. Announcer Guy. And away we go. No, that's a little different.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's the James Arnold Taylor podcast. Talking to myself, the JATcast. On today's show, Jat's gonna catch you up on all the things he's been doing. Super cool, dude. Now here he is, the same guy that's doing all the voices you're hearing, including this one, James Arnold Taylor!
Okay, hey, you know what I realized, Mr. Announcer Guy?
What's that, dude?
I got squeaky shoes on right now.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah, you know, I don't, so we don't wear shoes in the house, but we have shoes that we only wear in the house. Does that make sense?
Totally, dude.
Okay. So, well, you know, because when you come over, we make everybody take their shoes off. Yes, we are those annoying people that when you come over to my house, you got to take your shoes off. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. We don't want to bring in the stuff. Yes, stop and think about for a moment, or don't, all of the germs and gross and all over your shoes. And then you walk that into your house. And then it's all over the floors. And then, you know, like some people, you know, you hang out, you sit on the carpet, you sit on the floors, you sit in, so we do not wear shoes in the house. but we have shoes that we only wear in the house because I have, like bad arches and stuff. And so I need to wear shoes. So I have a pair of Hoka's. This is not an endorsement. Well, it's not a sponsorship. I endorse Hoka's in that I wear them. Do you know Hoka's? Hoka's, Hoka. They're really amazing shoes. They're great if you've had any type of injury to your foot or you just need extra support. They're very padded. They're gigantic though. They're really big.
Yeah, dude, those shoes are taking up most of the room.
Yeah. Oh, hey, sorry, Mr. Announce Guy. You were waiting to go, right? And say your little thing?
Yeah, dude, I'm going to go now.
And there he goes. There's the music. Okay, and there's the music, and then we start the show. All right, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so we don't wear shoes in the house, and I have no idea where I was going with that. Oh, but I have squeaky shoes on. That's what it is. And so I'm wearing my Hoka's, and I'm hearing them in the booth here, and they're squeaking. So if you hear squeaking, it's my shoes. Let me see. Can you hear that? Kind of. Anyways, I hear it and it's driving me nuts. Welcome to the James Arnold Taylor Podcast. We have been to, let's see, we were at Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario. We were in Philadelphia. We were in Boston. We were in Nashville. We were in Washington State, in Seattle. We flew into Seattle, went to Washington State. Puyallup, I know, I'm sorry, I'm massacring the name. It was Washington State SummerCon. That was the last one. We were just there this last weekend. We were in Boston before that. We were in Nashville and then Philly and then Ontario. We've been to many different, and next weekend we leave for Denver. We'll be in Denver for Fan Expo Denver. That's going to be a huge show. And then after that, the very next weekend, I go to Plano, Texas for Retro Expo. Is it Retro Expo? Let me see. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at the calendar and see so many different Comic-Cons. And I'm saying all of this because Retro Expo in Plano, Texas, and that is going to be huge because that's going to have all of the Star Wars folks, Ashley and Matt and I will be there, but Vanessa Marshall and the Rebels people and the Clone Wars people and the Star Wars people, and it's a big show. That'll be a lot of fun. And then after that, I think I get a little breaky break, and then I go somewhere else. But then also I'm shooting a movie in Maryland. Now I can't get into what it is, but I'll be in Maryland in July shooting a movie, and I may be shooting a couple other things that I auditioned for. We'll see. On camera, doing the on-camera acting. There's stuff I can update you on with Hidden Blessings as well. So the Comic-Cons have taken a lot of time because here's what happens. We leave usually on a Thursday or a Friday, and then we're there throughout the weekend, and then we usually leave Sunday night right after the show to come back home because it's nice to get home before Monday and all that, not travel on Monday. But sometimes we have to travel on Monday as well. So we are gone like 4 days. Now, when I say we, now it's just my wife and I. Our amazing daughter, Lydia, she works in her own job now, and she's doing amazing there. In fact, she just got a promotion. Look at that. How cool is that? She just got a promotion. She's been there like 4 or 5 months. She's already got a promotion. This is how amazing young people are today. Just know there are jobs, there are opportunities for any of you that are motivated, like working, like, interacting with people, doing stuff. There's stuff out there for you, okay? I want to encourage you. There are jobs out there. Go for it, okay? So my daughter's doing great, and my wife and I now, we have a lot of fun. We travel, we go, and we travel with our friends at Celebworks. They're the ones they're our booking agents for all this. And we travel with Matt because Matt lives down the road from me. Well, he lives up the road because he lives on a hill, and he has the high ground. It's over, Anakin. You have the high ground. Oh, I hate that. But anyway, so Matt lives up the road from me. And so a lot of times we go to the airport together, and then we pick up his dad, who lives in town as well, on the way to the airport, and then I drop them off, and then we go home, and that's been kind of our thing. It's a big family affair, these Comic-Cons, and we love it. It's great fun. We're meeting thousands and thousands of you. Some of you listening may have been to a Comic-Con and met me already, and how cool is that? Because many of you come up and say that you listen to the show, and for that, I say thank you. That is so very cool of you. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm so
it's been hot lately. So we've been drinking a lot. We drink a lot of water, as we just had water before. But you know what? I found something that I actually really love that is a beverage. And, in the summertime, I will drink some cooler things because, it's hot. Where I live, it gets pretty hot. It's very humid, but I like the humidity. I really enjoy the humidity. Hey, Hank, let's bring Hank in. I should be talking to somebody, I feel like. Hank.
What? Yeah, what? Hey, hello.
Okay, stop that. Stop that.
I'm just doing the thing. That's what people like. They like, hello.
Okay, hello. There.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's the hello there. Hello there's a big thing.
Yeah, I think it all got started with me doing the hello.
I think not.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, whatever.
So, Hank, I see you've got one of these drinks and I've got one of these drinks. They're very good. They say stay salty. And that's because they are a sparkling water with electrolytes and salt in them. Because it is called Element, LMNT. LMNT. And you can get those, I think at drinklmnt.com. Now, again, they're not a sponsor or anything, but when I find stuff I like sharing that with all of you. And maybe I'll reach out to them and tell them they should be a sponsor because I have cases of their stuff now because I really like this beverage. So it says the latest science reveals we've misunderstood salt. Electrolytes, particularly sodium and potassium, are the driving force behind energy production in our cells, nerves, and muscles. But many of us have yet to unlock their full benefits. That's why we say more salt, not less. Welcome to the next chapter in the salty rebellion. All electrolytes, no sugar, no caffeine, nothing dodgy. Oh, I like that. It's very British, isn't it? They got nothing dodgy in that, right? Yeah. So it is. Let's all drink a little water or your salty electrolyte water.
It's time to drink some water. That's good water.
So it says stay salty, and this is a grapefruit flavored electrolyte water. So it's not like those ones that you get at the store that are all just the sparkling water with a little bit of essence. This is actually really good for you. I actually got it at my doctor's office. So every time when we travel, we've been traveling like every other weekend we'll do like we did 2 weekends in a row and then 1 weekend off and then we go again to these Comic-Cons. And what I do is I go to my doctor's office and I get an IV and I see the amazing staff at my doctor's office and Mary, my nurse, we see Mary and I sit in they put me in a big chair and she, you never feel, she does the needle just perfect. She always says a little pinch and I go, there's no pinch. Or sometimes she'll say a big pinch. No, I didn't feel it. Mary's fantastic. We love Mary. And I sit there for, a half hour or whatever while I get this IV. And it's full of vitamins and immune boosters and glutathione and all this stuff. And I do an IV to help support my immune system because I'm going out and I'm meeting everybody and I got to stay healthy, right? So I do that and I go into my doctor's office. I get the IV drip. I get a little ozone in my ears because my ears, there's stories I could tell y'all. The last couple of trips, going to Boston and then going to Seattle, my ears have been giving me all sorts of problems where the eardrum is feeling like it's going to burst when we're descending. And it was terrible. Anyways, that has been very problematic. But so I go to the doctor, I get the IV drips and I'm checking out, leaving and making my next appointment. And I see they got on the counter there, they've got these things, LMNT, right? A little square with that logo, Element. And I'm like, what are these? These are beverages. What are that? Grapefruit. I like grapefruit. And I said, what are these? And they say, stay salty. And they tell me they're these electrolyte waters with salt in them, and they're really good. And I had just had, the IV and everything. And I thought, I'll boost myself even more. So I got one of these, and my wife and I, we loved it. And so now we went and we ordered a bunch because I think you can only really get them online or at my doctor's office, I can get them. And there's a couple places that sell the powders because they also make a powder. And so we travel with them. When we go to the Comic-Cons, we travel with the little packets that they make that you can just put in regular water. And then you have that. And I'll tell you what, man, I have noticed a difference. You feel a little better. So I really watch my normal salt intake and all of those things. So I know not everybody can just have whatever. But, I got to tell you, these drinks, They're really good, and they keep you hydrated. The electrolytes, the salt, and I like that kind of salty flavor. Anyways, I'm going on about these things, but that's because it's sitting right there and it's kind of staring at me the whole time, and I want to kind of drink it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You got that there, and then you just want to go.
Don't take my drink.
Oh, that's good.
You drank mine.
That's some good stuff.
Okay, Hank, come on. Go get me another one. I don't want to drink that. That's got Hank spit in it.
That's good stuff.
All right. Oh, boy. Anyway, so there you go. So I've been trying to stay healthy on the things, and while we're going to the cons, and I do my best. We eat right and all of that. And I'm working out.
I'm getting huge.
No, because I've got these movies and stuff that I'm doing, and I want to look good on camera and everything too, because I'm very vain. I'm not that vain, but I will say, if you've got to be on camera and at these conventions and all that, I like to look nice for you all. I want, when you see James Arnold Taylor, and I'm no spring chicken. I'm getting older, and everybody else is much younger than me. Ashley and Matt, they're kids, man. They're like 12 years younger than me. Can you believe that? I'm getting old. I have a birthday next month in July. Well, by the time this comes out, will it be July? It might be. What is today? Today is Thursday, June 27th. It's going to come out on Monday the 1st, July 1st. Wow. And we love July because that's my birthday month. So I will be, drumroll please. Hank, drumroll. Okay, that's something, but thanks.
I can do this.
No, don't touch the microphone. Okay, I will be 55.
Man, you're old.
Okay, I'm betting you're about the same age.
Yeah, but I'm not old like you.
I don't even know what that means.
Me neither, but boy, you're old.
Okay, all right. I'm not that old. I'm 54. I'll be 55. So in a few weeks, I'll be 55. And, I like to stay healthy. Because, we go to the shows and I like to look nice, and I have to keep up with the young kids, the Ashley and the Matt. They're young and beautiful and all of that. And I'm, Obi-Wan over there. Hello there. And my beard's very white now. I got the Obi-Wan beard. And I'm growing my beard out a little because I think the movie that I'm doing wants me to have a beard. Although I'm supposed to be playing someone that's like 40 something. And I'm, so there you go. So that, I have a young face, and so hopefully, but they're probably going to say, you know what, we got to either color your beard or shave it because your beard is like old Ben Kenobi, James. And so, yeah. But anyways, so these are the things that are going on. We got movies going on in July. We got Comic-Cons going on in July. I've got my birthday going on in July. And by the time this comes out, I will have celebrated 33 years of being married to my lovely and beautiful wife, Allison. And in fact, Allison's episode will be coming up soon. We'll be probably wrapping up the season in about, 4 or 5 more episodes. And then we'll wrap up the season. And maybe we'll go to like 20 episodes for this season. We'll wrap up the season. I'll take a little break. And then we'll come back with season 5 of the James Arnold Taylor podcast. But Allison's will be a 2-parter more than likely. And it will end the season. And so we haven't had it yet because today's the 27th, but on June 29th, so that's in a couple days, but by the time you've heard this, great Scott, Marty, there's a space-time, wait a second, I know all that. By the time this comes out, it will have passed, but while I'm recording it, it hasn't passed yet. June 29th is our 33-year wedding anniversary. Look at that. Amazing. It feels like yesterday that I married my beautiful, lovely wife, Allison. We were high school sweethearts. We met in the marching band in high school. I played the saxophone. She played the flute and the piccolo. We'll cover all this when I interview her, I'm sure, but 33 years. So we're going to have a little staycation, as they call it. That's what they call these things. We're going to go to a little hotel out in our area. And we're going to just kind of, try to relax, do the little spa thing and stuff like that and have a little time away. Now, here's the deal. Every time we try to do something like this, something usually goes wrong. It's like a bad sitcom. It's like a Golden Girls episode where they got the hotel and on the brochure it looked like one thing and then the other. So who knows? By the time I get back, by the time you're listening to this, I may be back going like, wow, that was a mistake. But no, I'm going to say a little prayer. Lord, please let it be a blessed time for our anniversary this year. And yeah. So, okay. So anniversary, this is a big thing. Now, my daughter, when she was like 3 or 4, maybe 4 years old, she loved creating songs and she would make songs, just, make up songs and sing songs. And because she's just a happy little person. And she made the anniversary song. So every year when we have our anniversary, we play the anniversary song. Now, I'm not going to play you the whole thing here, but I'm just going to, from my phone, this is a little bit of my amazing daughter when she was a little baby singing a song she just made up. She made it up on the spot, and it was the anniversary song for her mommy and daddy. Let's see if it plays here. Let's listen. Let's see. It goes on and on. It's very, very delightful, delicious, and wonderful. And that's my Lydia Rose when she was a baby singing her made-up song about our anniversary on the day of our anniversary. She just decided to do that. And so I said, I'll record it. And she said, okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then, that's me doing her voice.
I have a song, and you have to play now.
Okay, so I'm going to record it.
Yeah, you did.
And then she sang her little... So there you go. I'm sharing incredibly personal things with all of you here at the James Arnold Taylor Podcast. That's what you get when you hang out with JAT. You get some history, you get some fun. Hopefully you laugh, you think it's cute, and all of that. Because, look, we're all human. And that's what this life is about, right? Sharing our joys, our laughters, our pains, our struggles. If you're going through a struggle right now, I hope some of this makes you kind of laugh and enjoy life for a little bit of time. Let's just breathe, okay? Let's remember to breathe. We're on the James Arnold Taylor Podcast. You know the rules, man. Part of the JAT Fellowship. If you're listening and you're a regular listener, you are part of the James Arnold Taylor Fellowship, the JAT Fellowship. And that means that I am with you and I'm praying for you and I am hoping for the best for you, but I'm also just hoping that when you hit struggles and trials and the hard stuff, that you realize these are things to make you stronger, okay? So use things like the anniversary song to make you laugh and enjoy life. And I hope you have things like that in your life. And if you do, remember to use them as a way to get you through the tough stuff, okay? So we have had so much busy going on here that I don't even know, like the tough stuff has been, my ears were really giving me a bad time when we were flying into Boston as we were descending, because that's when it usually comes in, the descent. My eardrums felt like they were going to burst and they wouldn't pop. You know how when you kind of yawn or you chew or you do that little, and you plug your nose and you poop, they would not do that. And so it was a tricky time. And so I was in a lot of pain and then it was just really uncomfortable and I could tell I had fluid in the ears. And so we had to go to an urgent care and they looked at my ears and they're like, yeah, you got fluid in your ears. Okay. You need to take a Sudafed before traveling to get back home. Because I was like, how can I get back home? Because we were only there for 2 days and then I had to get back on a plane again. And so I made it. It was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't as bad because of the decongestants kind of helped open the eustachian tubes. And I just have bad ears. I've always had bad ears since I was a kid. It's always been hard for me to fly. But lately it's been getting a little worse. And so then we knew the next week we had to fly again we were in Boston, then we had to fly to Washington. And so I went to my doctor and he looked and there was some blood behind the eardrum and all that. And it was not good, on both ears and all that. But he was like, but you can fly again. And he gave me a little prescription and I was able to fly with that and go and see everybody. And then in a week, I'm going to be flying again. So I'm praying and hoping and praying and all that my ears are okay and that I don't have to keep taking things for it because I don't like taking stuff. I'm not normally somebody that takes pills and things. So that's been the biggest struggle. Okay, that's been the toughest thing that I've been dealing with while everything else has been going on. The other stuff has been very good. I'm going to let y'all in on Hidden Blessings, my film, Hidden Blessings. We have signed a deal, and the deal has been, the ink is dried, and it is with a company called Vision Video and Redeem TV. And my movie Hidden Blessings should be out by the holidays, probably around November, probably by the Thanksgiving time or just before then. And hopefully it'll be on some other streaming services as well. But if nothing else, it'll be on Redeem TV's YouTube channel and Redeem TV. And Redeem TV is wonderful. Look, if you don't know Redeem TV, go to redeemtv.com, REDEEM TV.com, and subscribe. And, really, if you can, donate. Because here's the deal. My movie will be available there more than likely pretty soon. Not yet. It's not there yet. So don't go on Redeem TV looking for it right now. We are in the month of June and July. It probably won't be out until, like I say, probably close to November or something. But that's going to be more than likely one of the places you can see it. It'll probably also be, so when it's on Redeem TV, it'll be ad-free. No ads. You can watch the whole thing all the way through, which is how I like to watch a movie. I don't know about you, but that's how I like. A lot of people watch stuff now, and you may be one of them, and you pause it, and then you go to the bathroom, you go do over this, you get a snack, you talk to a friend, you do this, you come back like a day later, and then you finish it, or you watch a little bit more, and then you go another day. Some people do that now. That's kind of weird to me. When I was a kid, back in my day, you watched a movie all the way through. So the movie is about an hour and 48 minutes or so. So that's not bad. You can do that. It's under 2 hours. It'll also more than likely be on their YouTube channel. Ooh, let's drink some water. I'm getting a little hoarse.
It's time to drink some water. That's good water.
That is good water. I didn't drink the salty water. I drank the regular water there. So on their YouTube channel, and there will be ads on that. And they're probably going to have it on things like Tubi and Freevee or any of the streaming channels and stuff. We're hoping the movie gets on one of those too. I'm hoping it would get on like Hulu or Netflix or one of those, but you never know. So say a prayer that maybe it does get on one of the bigger ones, because then if it's on a bigger one, then more people will see it and it could get more attention. And I'm just very excited for all of you to see the film. I know there's a handful of you listening that have seen the movie that I've sent screeners to. I'm so appreciative of all of you taking the time to watch it and liking the movie. The good news is everybody likes the movie. That's the good news. It's a little different because it's shot as a documentary, as you all know if you've listened to the show. But everybody's really enjoying the movie. And the folks at Vision Video, Caleb and Christine and Bill Curtis, who's the president and CEO of the company, God bless him, and Michael and Deb and all the folks helping us over there. They have been so wonderful, and I'm so, so grateful. So I in my perfect world, everybody will subscribe over there to Redeem TV and check out. It's all faith-based, really good, family-friendly stuff. And if you donate, then you get to unlock other features there, which is kind of neat. And I'm guessing when that happens with my film, you'll be able to kind of unlock, because I'm in the process of making a special features thing. We did the DVD commentary a few weeks ago, Matthew Buds and I, and that was fantastic. I'm putting together special featurettes because I'm a big fan of that stuff. When you get a DVD and they had all the extras, and there's actually going to be DVD copies of the movie. They're going to make DVD copies as well that will be for purchase at places. So like when we do showings at churches and stuff, we'll have DVDs that we can do. And there might even be a chance where those will be online where you can buy them maybe from my website or something like that too. So that'll have all the special features, the commentary, the deleted scenes, the alternate scenes, the special effects featurettes, all the stuff that I put together for this, which is really, I think, a lot of fun and really very cool for me to get to put that out. So I can't wait for all of you to have that. It's coming soon, probably, like I say, in the holiday season. They felt it would be a good one there. My dear friend James Burns did a fantastic job designing posters for it. We're in the process of that right now. He designed 2 different posters. They ended up going with one of them that is just a fantastic poster. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I'll be posting about that. Probably by the time this is out, you will have already seen the new posters for the movie Hidden Blessings. We are also at some more film festivals. We're waiting to hear back from those. That's exciting. So the movie is moving forward. All is going well. I cannot wait for all of you to see Hidden Blessings. It's coming up sooner than you think. Before the end of this year, you will have seen it. If, if you want to see it, I guess. I can't say you will have seen it if you decide not to watch it, but I would hope. Here's the other thing I'm really hoping. All of you that listen to the James Arnold Taylor podcast, that you would watch the movie when it comes out, and you would then share it. You would do like with my book, JAT 365. You would pay it forward. You would spread it and spread the word and try to get as many people as you can to see this movie, because I want it to do really well on Redeem TV and their YouTube channel. I want it to do really well wherever it's streaming. And I want people to see that this is a different kind of movie making. It's, again, we did this movie for no money at all, just out of my pocket. And we told a story that has a biblical foundation to it. But it's also just, I think, a compelling story about people and identity and who we are and who we think we are and who we want to be and what we dream of and what we aspire to, and family and community. It's all of those things. And I think it's just very fun. It's a fun movie, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you then spread the word, and that it becomes a little what they used to call a sleeper hit, a little indie film that could. So that's my hope and prayer for Hidden Blessings. That's the update with Hidden Blessings and what has been happening with it. I can't wait for you all to see it. I can't wait to start getting comments from you all saying how much you liked it. If you didn't like it, you don't have to tell me. Oh, no, because, there's always going to be plenty of people that want to tell you they don't like things. But yeah, you good and the bad, and you take them both, and there you go.
The facts of life. The facts of life.
What?
You take good, take bad, take both. There you got facts of life.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, very good, Hank.
Facts of life. Facts of life. Facts of life.
I'm just very excited. So that's the update on Hidden Blessings, coming soon to Redeem TV, more than likely, and Vision Video. But thanks to the good, fine, beautiful folks at Vision Video, thank you so much. And my thanks to Stephen Briggs. Stephen is he's a producer of a radio show and stuff, but he's also a distributor. He finds distribution deals, and Stephen is one that connected me with Vision Video. And I am so grateful to Stephen. I'm so grateful to my producing partner, Matthew Buds, who has been with me every step of the way on this whole thing. We just, again, it was literally 2 guys, 3 cameras, and a lighting kit and a microphone. And we made a movie. We hired some actors, and we did it all. And I think it holds up. I think it's a good movie. It's winning film festivals, and it's doing well. It's placing in film festivals, being selected and nominated in film festivals, which is very exciting. And, there you go. That's the best you can hope for, and to have a distribution deal, and hopefully we get to make more of these movies. The last film festival, somebody, the big question was, by multiple people, actually, I was going to say somebody, but multiple people asked, what's the next movie and what's it going to be about like this? Are you going to do another one like this one and make it about like the parables? Because that's what we did. We did the parable of the prodigal son. So Hidden Blessings coming soon. Can't wait for you to see it. That's the update. Thanks so much for that.
I seen the movie.
Yeah, Hank, you saw the movie, and what'd you think?
I mean, irregardless of you being in it, it was pretty good.
Irregardless.
Yeah, irregardless. You got ears and you're godless.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, irregardless.
That's not a word.
Whatever.
Okay. So I wanted to end by reading some of your comments. Oh, there's the anniversary song. I just opened my phone back up and saw, oh, my little girl. Listen, wait.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, sorry. That's, to me, she is still that little girl. She's 19, but she's still that little kid. I love her. Okay, what am I looking for on my phone here? I'm going to YouTube, and I'm going to look at some of your comments from the last episode. Hey, the last episode was with Joe Sikora. I think y'all really liked that, right? I thought it was a pretty great episode. Joe is an amazing guy. We had a lot of fun, and so many of you really, really loved it. And the very first comment I see, says from Seabells on YouTube from the last episode of the podcast. I'm looking at comments. I'm reading comments for you. Oh, let's bring in Bob. Hey, Bob! Bob! Oh, yes. Hey, Bob, how are you? Oh, and doobity-dee and doobity-well. I'm doing well, and I'm very. You were shouting at me. Well, no, I was excited. Sorry. Oh, yes. Well, you have the comments from YouTube. Do you want me to read them, or do you want to read them? Well, you can read them. You go ahead. Oh, and doobity-doo and doobity-dee. Hey James, this is from C. Bells. Hey James, I'm at Disney World, and I kid you not, I got the notification that this episode came out at the exact same time I was on Rise of the Resistance. Crazy coincidence. That is a crazy coincidence. Now, do you all know why that's a crazy coincidence? Because I am the voice of Lieutenant Beck on Rise of the Resistance. And so Seabells was on Rise of the Resistance watching Lieutenant Beck, the Mon Calamari, who takes you on your journey there. And it's Lieutenant Beck, and he sounds like this. Yes, I have a bad feeling about this. I am Lieutenant Beck, and he takes you on. It's very fun. And right then, they got a notification on their phone that my podcast came out. That's funny. That's fun. David Ruiz said, David Ruiz, yes. He says, I always feel a lot happier whenever I listen to you, Jat. I get a lot of positivity when I need a guide for my own problems. Number one, you are. Well, thank you, David. David has been a fan of mine for I don't even know how many years, David. You've been so kind. He's a big Ratchet and Clank fan. I know that. And I love it. So thank you, David. Thanks for your kindness. Oh, and this one is from Priscilla Noir 9132. Priscilla Noir 9132. Okay. It says, I am 19 years old. I attend UT Austin University. I've been watching Johnny Test while growing up. I was born in 2005. Since college brought my self-esteem down, oh no. Due to many workloads of assignments, I've been watching Johnny Test on Netflix through my freshman year of college, so I'd have time to improve my mental health, and you made my childhood and freshman year of college. that's I'm glad. See, now I know a lot of people don't love Johnny Test, but you know what? Johnny Test is just a silly, fun, goofball show, and if it makes you happy and it lightens your load while you're in college, then that is wonderful. You are the GOAT. The GOAT. I still laugh at the GOAT thing. I think it's funny. That's a new thing. All you kids with the GOAT. What is that? Greatest of, what is it, Bob? I was going to call you Hank.
No, I'm Hank. I wouldn't know what the GOAT. Bah.
No, not you. Bob, what does GOAT stand for? Oh, it's the greatest of all time. Well, I don't know if I'm the greatest of all time, but that's very sweet when people put that. Thank you all. Oh, yes, and doobity-dee and dibbity-doo. Christopher Lee Jackson says, thank you, brothers Jat and Joe. Thank you. Definitely refreshing, rejuvenating, and edifying. Truly, this message needs to be mainstream. Something positive, uplifting, healthy, hearty, and wholesome. A 180 from the norms nowadays. Thank you, brothers. God continue to bless, shine, protect, and comfort. Amen. Well, amen. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. And then this one is from 80Q25. 80Q, the number 80, the letter Q, and the number 25. Yes, indubitably. They say, thank you for keeping up with the podcast, sir. Gotta say, I was struck in the heart when you described exactly where I am at as a creative soul wanting to do this but having to do that right now. Hope you and your family are well. God bless. Yeah, we talked about that. So many times in our lives we feel a little stuck, like we're doing this, but we want to do that. Keep at it. Just keep doing it. Well, again, the resistance. Every day you get up, you fight that resistance, right? And what it is you get up and you do something creative anyways. If you're in a job that isn't creative, in your off time, do something creative. Every day, create. If you're an artist, create some art every day of some type. Whether it's making a little video on your phone, whether it's drawing something, a doodle, a sketch, whether it's writing something, whether it's making your hair crazy and putting a color in it, whatever it is, do something artistic, do something fun, because that's how we create. I was having an interesting conversation in the car on the way to the airport with a fellow actor and the driver. And the driver of the car, this was in Washington when we were going back to the driver of the car, really nice young man. And we were all talking about creativity and artistry and entertainment and all this stuff. And we were talking about phones. We're talking about the devices and all of us being on all these things. And, he said something very profound. He said, we don't have time to be bored anymore because we look at our phones. And wow. So I very much try, if I'm at an appointment at a doctor's office or I'm waiting for somebody, even if I'm out with my wife and we're in a restaurant or wherever, and my wife goes to the bathroom or, gets up and does something, I purposely make it a point to not then pick up my phone and look at it. I try to then look around, listen to everything, look at people, watch stuff, say hi to somebody, whatever, because we are so filled with, if there's a half a second of open space, we pick up our phones and we just start scrolling. Please, everybody, please. This, again, what he said was very profound. We don't have time to be bored anymore. But here's why it was profound, because then we got off on a conversation about how boredom it creates new stuff. When you're bored, you then think farther. So the actor that was in the car with me was talking about how then his kids, he likes them to be bored. They live out on a farm. They have a lot of property out in Texas, and he's an on-camera actor, and so they have space, and the kids go out and they tend to the animals. They get on their ATVs. They go out and play ball. They go outside. They put the phones down. Come on. I know we're all listening on devices right now to this thing, but get some time this week and make yourself bored, okay? Don't just pick up the phone and scroll when you're bored, okay? I hope I'm planting a seed, a little pebble in your shoe, to where the next time you pick it up, you kind of think about, I could be doing something different. Now, a lot of times I'll pick it up and I'll go, well, I'll read scripture. I'll look at my Bible and I'll read some scripture. But most of the time I try to not pick it up. I try to then look around and look at things and take life in and think about what could I do creative later, or and make notes of things. That's how we used to be when there were no phones and you could just do whatever, whenever. If you were bored, you had to figure out something to do other than just play a game or scroll or look at Instagram. You know what I mean? So anyways, okay. What do we got, Bob? Oh, yeah. Indubitably, yes. Charles G. So it's SHARLZG. Charles G. Yes. Says, I didn't connect it till just now, but the last 12 months I'm gravitating to older shows and interspersing new shows amongst those older comfort shows. It's true, the newer stuff just seems to drain me and I need breaks from it. Great episode. So, okay, they're referring to, in the last episode we talked about a report I had read about how people are watching old shows like Friends and Seinfeld and Frasier and the old sitcoms and things, Boy Meets World and all these old things, because they're positive, they're more positive, they're more fun, they're more, they're not, everything's kind of negative lately. So that person was commenting on that. Oh, Bob, read that one from, what is that? Kyle II4FP. Yeah, Kyle II4FP. Well, it's Kyle II4FP. Yeah, right. Okay, sorry. Dash. Okay. What does Kyle say? Kyle says, new to the podcast, you were cool at SummerCon. Not sure if the episodes on YouTube are up to date. So far, I'm 20 minutes in enjoying the podcast. Mental health is important and something I sometimes struggle with. I really like this topic. So far, it's a great podcast. I lost my wallet on day one. Didn't know until later that night. I met you on day one. You were awesome. Day two, you did the Titus laugh when I was with a group of friends. That really helped me feel better about the wallet situation. This topic is so interesting and helpful. Well, okay, I'm sorry you lost your wallet, and I'm glad I did the Titus laugh and made you laugh. Ha, ha, ha! There you go. That'll always make you feel better, maybe. I don't. So that person saw me at one of the Comic-Cons. See, that's very nice. Okay. I'm just trying to read through as many of these as I can. I know there was, actually, I think there was some other comments. Hey, by the way, I've reached 100,000 followers on my Instagram. So thank all of you. If you're some of the fine folks that have been following me on the Instagrams, I really, really appreciate it. Okay, let's look. I feel like there was some comments I had in the Instagrams where you all had. Yes, I found one that I wanted to read to you all. This one here, Bob. Ooh, from Abby Absteroni. Abby Absteroni. She says, hi, James. I actually just finished listening to all of your podcasts. It's been a nightly thing before I go to sleep. I managed to listen to 6 years worth of episodes in less than 6 months. And then there's a little smiley face. Oh, a little smiley face with the, tears. That's funny. I had a time earlier in the year where I was having panic attacks, and your podcast was the only thing that would bring me the most joy and peace during that time. I'm so glad God brought you and your podcast into my life. Well, that does my heart so good to hear, Abby. It's really helped me to become more positive. I truly thank God for you and your family. Also, this is the video editor girl who said she would love to work with you and to drop a link of my stuff. I don't know exactly how to get my projects to you to see, as links don't work on Instagram. Haha, still thinking of a way. Don't know if you still use Twitter. And I believe I responded to you there, Abby. I said that, yeah, you can send me links on YouTube comments or on my Twitter, and I should be able to find those. I'm also, by the way, everybody, I had a meeting with the fine folks at Instagram, a fellow by the name of Kyle, who was very nice, very helpful. And because I'm trying to kind of grow the Instagram a bit, And they have a thing called Threads, which I'm sure all of you already know about. I didn't know about it, but Threads is kind of a messaging service. And so I may get on Threads, so it'll make it easier for all of you to have a place where you can actually write to me and have a place like that. We don't do the email thing anymore. So I thought if we do this, then perhaps if it works, I don't really know how Threads works yet, but I'm going to check that out. And maybe that'll be a place where all of you can send messages to me and then I can answer them on the podcast. And doesn't that be fun? But anyways, Abby, thank you for sharing all of that. I'm so glad that you're doing better. I'm glad that the podcast helps you. You know, panic attacks are a real thing and they hit all of us at different times. But here's what you got to remember when those. Breathe. One of the best things you can do if you're having a panic attack, you're having anxiety, deep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That helps with the fight or flight. And specifically when you go in through the nose and out through the mouth, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, out for 8 seconds. That will help with anxiety, panic attacks. It helps calm the brain. It helps calm some of those things. And you have to remember, this will pass. This doesn't feel good right now. I really don't like this, but this is going to pass. And breathe through it. Breathe through it. I've experienced panic attacks. They're awful. I get it. Breathe through them. If you are someone of faith, pray, pray, pray. Know that God has got you. Breathe, pray. Remember there's other people praying for you. Remember that, drinking water, staying hydrated, exercise. Exercise is great because the brain then gets more of the oxygen. It helps even more. It keeps the blood flow going. It's good for the heart. It's good for the soul. Exercise, whether you're just walking, you can stand up right here and walk in place the whole time while you're listening to this James Arnold Taylor podcast. You could, go down and touch your toes. You could just do little, move your arms up and down. Anything to get the heart going, to get the body going, get the brain flowing and the blood flowing through the brain a little better, deep breathing, all those things. And all those things help when we're feeling depressed, when we're feeling panic, when we're feeling anxiety, any of those things. Just know that we are a group here. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Folks that listen to the show, I know are praying for other folks. That's why I read the comments. Because you all hear these comments, you get to hear some of the names of the other people that listen, and you know that there's people that are like you in this community just saying, hey, I listen to other shows, I watch this, I do that, I write this, I read that. But the James Arnold Taylor podcast, talking to myself, the JATcast, whatever you want to call it, is one of the things that helps me and is one of the tools I use. And that's fantastic. Look, all I want to do is be a good person to people. And I know not everybody in the world likes me. I go online. I can see that some people don't like me. And that, that hurts because I feel like, if you had a chance to talk to each other, you go, okay, we all may have differences and stuff, but we're all just people trying to get by. And, the good book says, Paul said, to Timothy in his letters, he said, just do your best to live at peace with everybody, even people that you don't get along with. Just try to live at peace with each other. And I think that that's what we all should try to just do. Just try to, breathe through it and know that everybody's going through something, whether you like them or not. We're all going through stuff and we're all dealing with anxieties and stuff that gets us. And we all have our own beliefs and, life is hard. But the other thing about that is just like what I talked about at the beginning of the show. The struggles and things help us because it shows us that we're alive. It shows us that we're moving forward. It shows us that we can make progress in life if we have struggles. The book of James, good name. He says, consider it joy when you face trials, because then you know that your faith is being held up and put to the test and put to the fire, and you can rely on God more than yourself. So that's what I try to do. I try to rely on God. I try to give it all to Him. And I hope and pray that's what all of you do, and that you would find that and you would find some peace in that. But I am so grateful to all of you that listen to this show. All we can do is our best to try and be our best to others and try to help others wherever we can and hope for the best for each other, So I hope for the best for all of you. I thank you so much. It was just more of a kind of a catch-up episode today. I've got some other ones planned where I'm going to read from some books. So I wrote a second book. JAT 365 is my book. And I wrote a follow-up book immediately after it, but I never finished the book. I got about maybe 10% more of the book to write. And so I thought, I never finished it, but maybe I should just read some of it on the podcast. So I'm going to try to do that in the upcoming episodes. I'm going to be, of course, interviewing Allison. I'm going to bring Matthew Buds back on. We're going to do some more talks there. We're going to have some other stuff going on. But anyways, thank you all for listening to this week's episode. Just catching you up, reading some of your comments, letting you all know what's been going on in my life, and thanking you for hanging out with me for an hour or so, all right? God bless you. Let's bring in Mr. Announcer Guy. Hey, do that legal mama jumbo!
Talking to Myself, the James Arnold Taylor Podcast is a production of Yumiko Inc., recorded at JAT Studios. Engineered, written, recorded, and produced by, you guessed it, James Arnold Taylor. All voices are parody and should be construed as entertainment only. All music and sound effects used with permissions and licenses through Backtracks, Digital Juice, Production Tracks, and Partners in Rhyme. James Arnold Taylor's Talking to Myself, the podcast. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.
Thank you so much, Mr. Announcer Guy. Thank you all for listening. Stay salty, as that drink I'm drinking says. Woo, that's good. Drink some water, deep breathe, and know that you've got this, all right? Life is struggles. Struggles are life. But also, we can find joy in the struggles if we know that they are building muscles and making us stronger. You are getting stronger every single day. God bless you. Love you all. And we'll see you, we'll talk to you next time, right here on the James Arnold Taylor Podcast. Goodbye.